Thank you so much, Sam, and everyone and those that have joined. Karibuni sana. So assessment of life skills and values in East Africa is a 3-year project that we are undertaking. And we'll take a few minutes to just walk you through what this is all about and what we want to achieve. Ultimately, we want to achieve an East Africa where learners are equipped with values and life skills overall. And to achieve this, we have mapped out 3 pathways in our theory of change. First is that education, we will develop assessments that are localized, that are open sourced for the measurement and assessment of these skills among adolescents aged 13 to 17 years. Then we'll use this evidence for public awareness among parents and teachers to understand that academic education is not enough, but also that this kind of 21st century competencies are determining the learning paths and success of many children, but also success in life and at work. And we'll also use the evidence for evidence-led advocacy in advocating for change and for curricula, especially to focus more on these outcomes, but also methodologies and the measurement of outcomes across the systems. And that we are forming a learning community with members of the Regional Education Learning Initiative, especially the members of the thematic cluster of values and life skills, but also anyone else who would be interested on this learning journey with us. So we are developing contextualized tools and conducting assessments that are household-based to include all adolescents and those that are aged 13 to 17 years, engaging in public policy reforms and also strengthening local capacities of East Africans to measure and assess these competencies. So this has 5 core characteristics. First is a collaborative initiative. We are working together as civil society, but also with government officers in especially the curriculum and the assessment units of government. We have a summative household assessment that will be conducted in as many districts and as many villages as the budget can allow. We are looking for simple, scalable, one-on-one assessments that can move to scale. We are embedding learning in this whole process, learning as we do, and we'll hear about this later. And lastly, a communications and advocacy strategy that is robust enough to run conversations everywhere in East Africa to get this focused. So we have agreed that for this round 1 of ALiVE, we are focusing and to measure 4 competencies: problem solving, collaboration, self-awareness, and respect. And if time and budget allow, we'll also include other tools that are developed by other initiatives like Uwezo to measure literacy, numeracy, and digital literacy. So how will this assessment work? There are 6 key processes that we have mapped and which have already started. First, we have conducted contextualization studies in 15 districts across the 3 countries, so 5 districts in each country of varied contexts. And here we interviewed adolescents, but also their parents and teachers. We have also completed a literature review that has looked at how these concepts and constructs are defined elsewhere. And we'll combine the contextualization study and outcomes of the literature review to frame these constructs in context. Then we have mapped out local experts, and we'll have at least 15 local experts working in various places in our 3 countries, and an external facilitator who will work with us collaboratively to develop assessments, criteria, and also a framework. And then we move on to develop contextualized tools and also validate this across the 3 countries. Then with the tool, we'll conduct a household assessment among 13 to 17-year-old adolescents. And this is household-based so that we are able to accommodate all adolescents in and out of school, those that go to formal schools and informal schools, and also those in vocational training. And lastly, we'll produce reports and launch these country reports at the country level but also engaging with the East Africa community to look at a regional report. So let us hear now how this evidence will be utilized within ALiVE. Over to you, Devotha.
Thank you very much, John. I'm going to take you all through how are we going to use the findings of ALiVE to advocate for our cause. So we're going to have, our main aim is to create awareness to all of our community members on the importance of these competencies and on the importance of nurturing these competencies from a family level until to the policy level. So the first thing that you're going to use our evidence for is to run a media-driven sharing, where we are hoping that most of our community members are going to learn how these where are we at with this competence with these teenagers, and then they can also be learning what are the good practices that parents can do, teachers can do, so that they can keep on nurturing these skills to this adolescent group. But also we're going to use our evidence to share with the police actors so that we can keep on informing the decision that they want to make. We've all heard that all of our countries are now at the midst of working on how they can really incorporate these skills into the curriculum. But then there are those policymakers who are working hand in hand with the educationalists to make sure that even the young people who are out of school, they get these competencies. So we're going to use our evidence because it's going to be run through, it's a household one. We're going to get findings from both those kids who are in school and those who are not in school. So we are hoping that we'll inform these policymakers on what the situation is like, and then they can make a decision that are going to be very informed, and they're going to really help our young people to get these skills. But lastly, we are going to use this evidence to amplify the voice of our experts. So these tools are going to be created by experts in this region, and despite the fact that we'll be working with people from the global, but then we'll utilize the experts from our region. And this is going to be a very good opportunity for us to share with the global space that we have experts of life skills here in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda, so that their voice can be heard and their work can be really known. And lastly, these findings that we'll get are going to help us to really monitor how the SDG 4 is going in our region. We're going to learn how are we progressing with quality education in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. Now I'm going to hand over to Mauro, who can take us through on how we are going to learn. Mauro, back to you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. We are part as ALiVE of the RELI initiative, and learning is in ourselves, meaning that we want to learn at every step of the way, not only to produce evidence, but even to increase our capacity of producing evidence now and for the future. So we will learn by doing. We have already started learning a lot from internal expertise. We share a lot. We have a lot of workshops where we learn, for example, how to do a systematic literature review, or how to do a contextualization study, how to carry out interviews, qualitative studies. We learn with other people. We have already started a number of learn shops from different initiatives across the globe that are focusing on assessment of life skills, but we are planning to hold at least 10 learn shops in order to increase our competencies in this field. We shall have even 2 learning conferences in the course of the 3 years of the project. And at the same time, we would like very much to link up with other, and we are already linking up with other learning initiatives from all around the globe, and exchange with them our experiences and sharing with them our findings. It's possible to participate for each one of you. If you would like to participate, it's just enough to let us know that you want to be part of the ALiVE learning community. You will be invited for the different learnship and the different workshops, and you will also have the possibility, in case, to share with us your expertise and your competencies. So you're all very much welcome to let us know if you want to be part of this initiative. Thank you very much.